Hello everyone, I'm Jim and this is the Stroke Life channel. It's been a few weeks since I haven't been around. I've been really busy lately, a lot of cool things happening. Uh, we're going to have a new website coming up soon, and we're going to be changing the name of the channel pretty soon also. Um, the new channel is going to be Stroke Survival, and we got a lot of cool things happening. So um, it's not going to be for a few months probably, or a month or two, but a lot of cool things happening. Um, but with this video, the title of this one is "The Stroke Made Me Do It." If you had if you had a stroke, or if you had an accident, or any type of damage, any kind of damage done to your brain, might make you say things or do things that you didn't mean to say before. Um, with me, with the aphasia, there's a lot of words and sentences floating around in there that you just don't say or realize to say. All of a sudden, boobs, and I meant to say food. Uh, at a restaurant might be great, but if you're standing in a crowd somewhere and you shout boobs, might be a little weird. But it does happen with certain things. Also, you're trying to find the right word, and sometimes you don't even realize to say the right word. You think you're saying the right things, but that doesn't mean that it's okay to. You think you got really nice boobs and start sending me a bunch of pictures because I'm married and it would be wrong. But anyway, other times also you bump it into certain things. You're walking along and you went to set something down at a table and man, you slam into it because the stroke made you do it. You have the brain damage, and these are things that happen quite a bit. You go to grab a glass, and instead of grabbing the glass, boom, it goes flying. It's because the stroke made you do it. Uh, you don't always realize these things are happening, especially if you have the aphasia. Uh, Doing it just because you don't, you're trying to find the right words that sometimes you see, that having that, trying to get it and find the right word, sometimes it just goes away. Uh, I could want to be, I want to say, close the door, it's cold outside. That's what I wanted to say, and I think I did, but I actually said, close the couch, it's cold outside. And you don't catch it all the time. Sometimes you do catch it and, you redo it, but because a stroke made you do it. It just happened last week. This right here, this knife for Christmas. I got this for Christmas from my wife. I wanted to tell somebody I got this cool knife for Christmas. But what I said was, I got this cool knife for breakfast for my wife. So I didn't catch that one. Didn't know why everybody was laughing. But it happens, It's, the stroke made me do it. Little, it's that brain damage and having that done. It doesn't happen to everybody. If you had a more of a severe stroke, and it doesn't always, those things don't always come back. Some of the scary things also that the stroke made me do it, getting disoriented a lot of times. If I'm out in if I'm in a store somewhere, it's another thing that just happened. It was kind of scary. I walked in one door and didn't even realize, I was walking around. I went out a different door, and when I walked out there, all of a sudden didn't know where I was. Didn't realize I went out a different door, and looking around trying to figure out where I was. Even though the outside, everything at one point in time looked familiar, now all of a sudden uh, I couldn't get it together. All of a sudden everything didn't look familiar to me anymore, because the stroke made me do it. It made it happen. Uh, I try to now slow down a little bit and take a look around me, where I'm at and what I'm doing. Everybody, you should anyway, especially these days, the way things are now. You want to, you got to make sure everybody is in check. But we have to be a little bit more cautious, I guess. So I try to slow down a little bit, try to talk a little bit slower, say things a little bit slower, because I don't want to be out, all the time, yelling boobs, but everybody likes boobs, but you don't want to, just always be out saying the wrong things and doing the same things. I try to slow down to catch it, and also like I said, my surrounding. I try to see what's going on around me, where I'm at, and try to always focus on that. It's not always easy. It's very hard to do, but that way you're not going to go into such a panic, because it'll do that. And I did. I went into a panic, didn't know where I was, but the stroke made me do it. So I mean, those are little different things that I try to do anyway, but it does happen. So I mean, if you do know anybody, or you see people are talking a little bit different or a little bit off, they're looking that word. It didn't stick. They got a sentence, and all of a sudden a different word came out. It's some people do. They might catch it. Some people, they keep on rolling along because they think that they actually said the right word. You don't. It sounded right and seemed right, but it didn't come out the right way, because the stroke made you do it. And it does all depend on where it landed, where the stroke landed into your brain, or landed in, or affected your brain, the spot. A lot of people, they don't have a lot of problem with their speech in finding the right word, but people that are that have the dizziness, or the numbness in their arms and legs, like I said, a little bit with it, hitting the, going to grab a glass, and you hit the glass when you tried to reach out to grab it. The stroke made you do it, especially if their arms and legs are numb and weak with it, or walking into something, or slipping, or having a hard time going to grab a door, to open a door, and their hand slips off of it. The stroke made you do it with it. So I just want to put this one. This is going to be kind of short. I thought this was a little video I just wanted to put together really fast with this one. There's going to be another one this week. Like I said, we've just been busy, but I want to put this one together, to get a little bit of an insight on maybe what's going through our brain a little bit, and why it's or what's going on, why saying the right word. Everybody makes a mistake. Everybody says the wrong word. Mistake, but we tend to we think it's right. You had the right. Most people know they had the wrong word, and they can correct it. A lot of times we can't, because we don't realize we did. Like I said, I don't know, why. We don't know why we. I'm a little bit lost here. We don't realize that we catch it and just keep on going. It makes it confusing, because now they're confused. a little bit and don't know what the hell you're talking about, I wouldn't, I'd be confused either. Sometimes I'm a little confused on what I'm saying and in what I'm talking about, um, but you don't know. 'Cause like I said, you think you are saying the right word or doing the wrong thing, or bumping into things, and uh, the stroke made you do it. Uh, so, like I said, I just wanted to put that out there. Like I said again, anybody has any questions or have anything, make it, comment on it. I do have a website, uh, Jim B. Stroke Life at gmail.com. You can write in also if you have any questions or anybody wants to know anything. There's a lot of people out there that have this going on. I know I touch a lot on the aphasia. I am going to start touching more into the arms, people with the arms and legs, with their arms and legs, being weak and numb and not being able to use it, use their limbs, because that didn't happen to me. That didn't happen to me during my strokes. So I touch a little bit more on the aphasia because I know a little bit more about it, or what I'm experiencing with it. So, but anyway, I hope everybody has a good day, and we will see you soon. Oh, please share and subscribe. That's very important. Like I said, the more you subscribe, the more you share, the more it gets out to everybody. And that's why we're here. Not doing this just for me. It's for anybody out there that's having a hard time with dealing with their stroke and trying to figure out, or hear from other people what's going on with them also, because it's very important to help everybody out here. Like I said, everybody have a good day, and we will see you soon. Have a good one.